This gentleman runs the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. And so if you're looking for insights into the world of crypto and where it's headed, no better place to start than with you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
CZ, let's begin with this. What does everybody in this room need to know and understand about crypto that they probably don't yet appreciate?
Well, I think most people in this room probably do understand crypto to some level, but this is the future. It's a technology. It's not a currency, not a commodity, that it can be classified into, but it's a technology. Technology innovations do not stop. This is like in the early 2000s or in the 90s, this is the internet. The internet will not stop. It may progress at a fast or slow pace, but this is the future. This is the future technology that will power money, financial markets, and many other things.
What about the evolution of crypto do you find most exciting right now?
So right now, it's all the applications that does not exist in the traditional financial world that are taking off. Raising money globally for your entrepreneurial projects. ICOs have a bad name, but however you classify it, that's one application that's very popular now. If you're an artist or if you're a content creator, being able to monetize your work through an NFT, they're very hot right now. So that's another mechanism that they cannot do in fiat currencies. There's GameFi, play to earn, there's decentralized social media. Hasn't taken off yet, but all of these are things that traditional fiat currencies cannot do. This narrative that crypto is going to replace the existing traditional financial sector is a bit too early. We have not seen that yet.
But will it? Will crypto replace traditional finance, or will traditional finance and crypto effectively merge and become the same thing?
I think traditional finance will always be, will be big. Today, probably only 1% or less of the money is in crypto, much less, probably much less than that. So today, traditional finance is big. It's gonna take time for, I don't think in the short term there's any replacements. But in the long term, some of the things may be replaced. So this is like, if we look 20 years back, say video conference is gonna replace in-person work. Today, still haven't really done that. Even with COVID, we kind of shifted a little bit to that direction. But it takes decades to really replace something. But e-commerce has replaced quite a lot of, has impacted a lot of real commerce.
Faster than many people expected.
But it also took 20 years, right? So there were jokes, So there were jokes like, even in the early 2000s, you can buy a hamburger online, but you can't eat it. Well, now you can.
Well, we're already 13 years into Bitcoin.
Yes. So I think, but still today, the applications in crypto are still, the ones that are taking off are the ones that are not available in traditional fiat currencies. Payments has not really taken off. It's one of those like really obvious first use cases, but it just hasn't really taken off.
Why?
Most of the payments, like if you pay for coffee, etc., it works pretty well today already. So you're using a credit card, or most people don't use cash now. You can use a mobile payment system. Works pretty well. But if you want to pay people across the world, then the traditional fiat currencies doesn't work that well. So I think it's those use cases that the traditional financial services don't cover that will take off first.
Since you mentioned replacement, I feel like I have to ask you this question. Do you want to see crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or whether it's a variety of coins or something that we haven't yet seen, replace the US dollar as the world's reserve currency? Would that be a good thing?
I'm actually not sure. It depends on how it's done. I think a direct replacement is probably not good. I think we should evolve the world in small incremental steps and not big moves. Whenever you have a big move, a big abrupt change is usually bad for most people. The current players may not be ready. The industry may not be ready. I think slow incremental change is probably the best. I think US dollar serves its purpose. It's great, but we can do things that are rounded first. And then I think slow gradual change is best because the impact to industries, to society needs to be managed.
CZ, this week, Binance published what I'll call a crypto manifesto. It's the 10 fundamental rights for crypto users, and they include privacy, safe custody, robust liquidity, and safe access to some of the things that you've already talked about, emerging technologies such as NFTs and also staking and yield farming. I'd like to know, who are you most directly addressing with this manifesto? Regulators or rival exchanges?
I think it's everybody. I think we want to get the message out there. We have been talking with regulators around the world quite a lot. Many of our users may not know that we're doing this. And there's different perceptions in different parts of the world, both on the user side, on the regulator side, on the existing financial players. They don't really understand crypto, and we think that we need to look at all of this holistically.
You say regulation is inevitable.
Yeah.
Is that because you want it?